Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars Empire at War with Zsinj's Empire. We are very close to invading Obi-Wan's Sky, a goal we set out with from the previous video, but weren't quite able to execute it due to the massive orbital defences above the planets, as well as a few incursions towards Belderone over here and towards Ostenpex and such, because the New Republic is trying to expand in this area, trying to migrate away from Mon Calamari and Mintuine, it seems, to get out of that corner of the galaxy. But it's not going too well, because we have dealt with those invasion forces. I'm looking at how open Mon Calamari is, actually. I think we can take that, actually, with a stealth raid, but I think it would be best, of course, to take at least Tom Falcon to Kana before we do that, so that we do have easy access to Mon Calamari, and then maybe even Mintuine, just to really flush out the enemies from this area of the galaxy, and we can really hunker down and defend that quite easily. I think we might want to raid Boonta as well, because the Hutt cartels have just taken us over, and that will be, it should be a good concentration of their ships over there. So I think we're going to take Zsinj pretty much immediately and do that once the game really starts, like so. Let's get in, and we're going to catch up over here with our land forces and bring those over to Obi-Wan's Sky. So what do we see above Boonta? Actually not too much. A very nice massive voracious carrier, and I forget what these ones are. Vontor destroyers. A lot of turbo lasers and assault concussion missiles on these. Very characteristic of the Hutt cartel navy. But we also see a Hutt Lord. Doesn't provide any real bonuses to combat, but it is a hero nonetheless. So we're going to immediately activate our gravity well projectors and come right into the enemy's face here with all of our Imperials, of course. Very, very useful indeed. Zsinj at the back once again. And we'll start coming to one side of things here, so that we keep our, our squishier ships out the way, shall we say, of the masses and masses of firepower from this one Vontor destroyer. So not a lot of popcap taken up by Hutt cartel ships, so they do bring in, a lot of numbers when we do fight them. So taking down everything we can here will go a long way, because these are also very, very nasty ships, of course. Do need to bring in some point defense though, because of the massive reliance they have on missiles. I'll just bring in ships. A little piecemeal here. That'll do so far. Yeah, that carrier is really going down very nicely indeed. But we do need to start focusing this Vontor destroyer, because that will do a lot of damage if left unchecked. Get the bombers onto the rear of the carrier. These battle cruisers can fire onto the Barabula frigates. We'll do some good work over there, and we need to focus firepower with our victories to really rip this apart finally. Get on top of the enemy's galleon with these bolt cruisers. Lovely stuff, ripping apart that Vontor is excellent. And I think we just make sure we focus down these concussion missile launchers for the time being. Excellent work, excellent work. Quite the mix of lasers there, don't they? Look at that beautiful destruction on the Voracious. Let's bring in our victories closer so that we can deal with that Hutt Lord. No need to micromanage, just using our fighters and such for close range support against the enemy's fighters and bombers. We're dealing with that Hutt Lord already. Excellent, we are indeed victorious. Brilliant raid there. Actually a fairly decent pickup there, because we also destroyed some ground units as well as a smuggling network production ship there. I'm not too familiar with the Hutts myself, I've not played them, but of course I do believe those smuggling networks siphon credits from their enemies. Let's pull down over here then and actually finally look at the invasion of Obi-Wan's Sky. Pull everything together. We've got some infantry, not as much as I'd like. We'll probably take some from Wayland. Double check these reinforcements. Yeah, we definitely need more infantry. One unit is not going to be enough. So yeah, we'll produce some more from Wayland and then go straight in. So the preview of enemy forces is basically just saying 80-80, which is excellent, but they do have a planetary shield generator and of course their standard headquarters building. So we're going to be relying on, of course, the counter assault tanks, which we can now bring out, which is excellent. Going to bring in another unit of Raptors and an A9 so we can stay mobile here. Lovely stuff. So we are armed with mass drivers and concussion missiles, so they will do excellent work against, hard targets such as an ACAC. I don't know how they fare 1v1. I wouldn't like to try it, but I've got a good feeling about that. We will, of course, try and get an SPMAT out, of course, as well. Let's come down here and get this build pad. We'll have a look at getting this abandoned factory down to the south end there. Just want to get on over to this forward base, of course. Being hindered a little by the pathfinding here.
We're on station and ready to fire.
Just waiting for some more garrison out of here, but not a problem. Gonna reach this alright, are we? Okay, let's immediately go to take cover. Focus the stormtroopers here. And what do we have over here? A S1 Firehawk. Okay, yeah, we're ripping that apart with our mass drivers. Excellent work. You can see they have some excellent range on them, so despite being shielded... Oh, there we go, here comes the AC-80. What we can do is all of these we need to pull back here, because the AC-80 will rip apart our A9. We get our infantry on top of that within rocket range, that would be great. But it looks like our mass drivers are doing excellent work here. We can see that is an excellent showcase for why we should now incorporate more of these counter assault tanks as our new mainline battle tank. Let's get rid of these minor walkers. Lovely stuff. Okay, so let's come off of this, pull this back in, take this, repair up. Lovely. And I think just for the sake of having some command, we test out this hero. More Raptors will be useful, as well as 2 more A9s to help them out. Lovely. So let's get inside the heal zone here. We've lost, there we go, the repair station. It'll just be a standard slow advance over, I think. We could use our infantry to move across here. Might be an idea, actually. And of course, because our A9s are repulsive vehicles, meaning they are not tracked or anything, they float, we can actually move across this infantry only, icy territory, I suppose you say. We do need to watch out now for another AC-80 and Juggernauts. We're actually going to pull back despite all of that. That's absolutely fine. It means we get to flank the AC-80 here. Come on. We need to be a bit quicker on the draw here. That would be great. Get on the top of these so that our infantry is all good. I think we control group these to help out here. Get rid of the Juggernaut, please, and focus all of our rockets on there to rip that apart. Lovely. Remove the Firehawk. Lovely. There we go. Last down. Get on top of... Yeah, they like to focus buildings where possible, don't they? Might just have to destroy that shield generator. There we go. Just for the sake of focusing our fire. And I don't mind the ACAC focusing our infantry here. That takes it away from the Canderous units, which means we can rip that apart very nicely indeed. Lovely. Let's focus on this planetary generator. We can pull back up once again with the A9s here. There we go, lovely. Easy game, no losses, easy victory for a very good linchpin choke point over here. Let's bring our hut hero over to help with any production. We certainly want a lot of production. Let's keep building more Raptors. So always want those. Also building some Mandalorian soldiers over here as well. And I think as far as placements for these extra troops, let's just chuck them on to suture it for now. Layer Organa has been defeated, which is excellent. Saves us a job later. Get on top of that. Brilliant. So, we're going to, of course, focus this with some you know, it's ground defences. Get a garrison there. That's an excellent choke point. And what's going on with the Lantilles? That's changing hands very quickly indeed. That's another Hut cartel area now. Interesting. I think what we want to do is scout out Ton Falk. De Severo, we're going to send, I think, a probe droid onto to see exactly what these heavy defences are. But yeah, we don't see too much over here at Ton Falk, so an orbital raid would be very nice indeed. I really want to look at getting Zsinj's Executor. We do see that Lookhog as well. In fact, we do have 42,000 in the bank. Let's just take Zsinj over to Dathomir. Like so. Oh, we do see some interdictors. Enemies about to invade Solaris. Okay. We do have a minor fleet there, you know. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go. Because we do have that hero there, Zenkins. There's a massive backbone there. But if that's an Executor raiding over there, we're not going to be very happy. We'll have to pull out. And it's not. Easy game. So the enemy did, in fact, manage to retreat from Solaris before we could engage, which is a shame. But, you know, not the biggest loss on either side there. It's only cost 24,000 to upgrade Zsinj. We could do that very quickly indeed there. So, what do we want to do with him now? Because that really means we should be able, once we get rid of this bloody thing, to... There we go, just double click it. To actually you know, split up some of our existing fleets. We only really need a couple Star Destroyers with him. I don't want to take much away from here. In fact, that's still a pretty good standing fleet here. So, yeah, just construct a few more Star Destroyers, I think, for Zsinj at Dathomir would be very nice indeed. But we now, once again, only have one more pop space left. So we absolutely need to invade a planet. What's De Severo looking like? Not a lot of standing garrison, but they do have 2 heavy factories producing strike breakers, which are rather nasty indeed. And that's not the greatest of maps. That's very similar to the Dathomir map, I believe. Going to want to do it though, aren't we? Where's that? Yeah, the planetary shield generator is right at the back. We're going to want to make sure we do have SPMAT support at least. We do have AC APs there. Got all of our heroes, which is always useful. Yeah, there's SPMAT there. Okay, I think we can certainly give that a go, you know? Get points for trying. So let's bring everything over to Safalor, I think, from these areas. We do have a lot of Raptor support. Double check we have our ship there to start with, and we're going to go straight in. The orbital fleet is nothing really major either. Okay, so yeah, this is in fact the standard Dathomir map, which does mean there's Rancors about. And I'm not the greatest fan of, you know, having to deal with Rancors. Just wondering what sort of hero I want to bring in, because Strike Breakers do have a lot of anti-personnel damage, really. So I don't want to really have to focus that too hard. I think this Knight system might be fairly useful, especially since she has self-healing. She can rip apart the enemy infantry while everything else focuses on the Strike Breakers. That'd be great. So if we destroy the Rancors, I think we get a bit of a bonus. Forget exactly where they are though. I think one of them's down here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. That's the problem. Let's send the Knight system down very quickly. I think Rancors actually deal quite well with enemies. It might be this highlighted building here on the map. Either way, I think we want to move over to this command post as well for some very early reinforcements. Let's push up here. We do get an infantry healing station down here as well by the looks of things. Yeah, that's not a Rancor hut. It looks like it. It's a sensor array. We'll pick that up, but it's not really going to help us too much. Enemy's been spotted. Okay, take cover. It's only the battle droids. Okay, now we see, if we just push here, stop, some strike breakers coming. Focus this, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, now focus that strike breaker. Yeah, see, that sensor array's not going to do too much for us, really. Why not focusing that? Oh, well, just focus that when you're firing it anyway. It's nearly down. Pull back. That's a lot of damage. See what damage those strike breakers can do to our infantry. It's absolutely disgusting. Granted, the enemy did have a lot of these speeders about as well. So we can deal with that. Lovely. Get on top of the battle droids. Come on. Deal with that, please. Shoot. Shoot. You're long range for a reason. No? Okay. Pull back. Pull back here. Bring the Night Sister in. Where is she? Get a control group her to 2. Lovely. See, she does that natural lightning attack. And she has Drain Life, which is very useful. We'll probably want to use that soon. Let's get our... we didn't control group these. Okay. Long range onto that, please. And we can bring the Raptors back down here. Probably wants to back to heal. Okay, get on top of these infantry units. Lovely. Strike breakers dealt with. Deal with that turret, please. Lovely. I think we push up to here and drain life there. Lovely. Deal with the strike breaker. See, they are doing some good damage when they fire on. It's when they fire on, though, with those mass drivers. And with the self-healing and the drain life, a good bit of micro can really help that Night Sister out. Look at that. Probably should have got onto the battle droids there, not a problem. Let's heal up here. Oh, we dealt with a Rancor. Interesting. Looks like the enemy's done that for us, perhaps. Bring up some infantry to deal with this. Lovely. Cool. I want to emergency repair this one. It's got a long cooldown, so you might as well use it early. Lovely. Okay, how are we looking over here? Just about starting to heal up. Don't need to heal up with everything.
We stand ready to fight.
Speed that up. All good. Not a bother. Lovely. Gonna capture this. Great stuff. Let's... yeah. Okay. Slow down once again. Get on top of this. Another strike breaker. And SPMAT would be great, as well as some infantry support, I think. We should have mobile repair units, actually. That would be brilliant. Unfortunately, we're not the Ariada Authority. Okay, so let's move up here. Oh, we're going to lose this one. Move up. Did not see that coming. Emergency repair, please. Oh, that's not done enough at all. Wait for that to come around the corner now, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Do have line of sight there. Let's turn around and shoot that then. What is this then? Corporate security troopers. They must be coming from the abandoned factories and such, because the CSA doesn't get them naturally. On top there, please. Lovely. Can we send these down over here? We certainly can. No, do not go any further down there, thank you. Lovely, and watch as they just rip apart down here. Do they get trampling? Yes, they do. Lovely. Lost our natural landing zone, which is a shame.
Changing course. Right away.
Okay, you really need to stop and heal here, guys. Just press stop.
Assault squad reporting.
Come down here to recapture that. So it's been messy, but I think we're really dealing with these strike breakers quite well. They should have, I think, well, they got 2 heavy factories. Should have about 8 or 12 in total of those they can get. Do we see their barracks here? I think we do. I think we push up here to share the healing. Yeah, we do see the barracks there. Lovely stuff. Oh, we also see some anti-vehicle weapons. So we use these for sight and push up a little bit with these. Just about going here. Lovely. Yeah. Pull back. It's all good. We'll get that at range. Cool. There's 2 anti-vehicle turrets there. Don't really need to push in. Oh, let's certainly pull back with those strike breakers coming through. Set up. Can you please focus the strike breaker? We've got too much health. Rip apart the droids coming through with these PX-10s. Absolutely disgusting work they can do. Okay, so now... Oh, there's the planetary generator, isn't that? Okay, maybe we do want to go through that area. Actually, can we snipe this down from that angle? Remove the droids and such, lovely. Let's get on the back of this if possible. Lovely, pull back.
I'm ready, if that is your will.
We can use more supplies.
I think really we're just rinsing through their garrisons here, aren't we? Another hit and run to destroy whatever infantry this is. It's an interesting group. There's another group about here. Lovely. Love to see it. They make a great noise as well, these PX-10s. What exactly are these? Don't recognise them. Heavy security force. Interesting. Oh, yes. This is what it's all about. Just mopping them up. Okay, so I don't think we've got the greatest firepower to whistle these down, do we? Because of our damage type. Obviously another strike break, that's a bit of a threat. So, what we're going to do is move up with our vehicles, I think, and take our infantry over to the planetary generator. And while we did lose 1 unit of Raptors, I think that's actually pretty damn decent for what will be the last real bastion of production for the CSA, which is excellent. A level 2 shipyard. Out of all of these now level 1s, a lot of ground slots as well. So that's going to help us with our population problem a tiny bit. Going to want to create those population orbital stations, though, the golden colonies. That's not a problem. We can certainly do that. Bring in our administrator over here and just keep actively scouting the New Republic's areas here as well. See what we've done down here on Bro Sky. We have our basic buildings. So we're going to start with, of course, a barracks is always useful. Planetary generator. Heavy factories for the AT-APs, useful. So that's 3 buildings. We have a couple more. Well, just the 1 more after that, actually, isn't it? Interesting. Do we just get 2 heavy factories? I think we do, really. I think 2 heavy factories would be great. What do we see there? Wayland. Oh, we did not see that come out because they come all the way from Mirka, which is just opposite. How are we feeling about taking that fight? It could be better. Could be better. We're going to have to try it, though. That executor is back. I don't want to lose Wayland, but we might. Yeah, okay. Off they got. Off they got. It's a lot harder than previously when they tried to take Wayland. And I don't think we have loads and loads of infantry here. Now, I got 7, but they do have some time maulers. Actually, to be honest, time maulers will be the greater problem, as well as any bombardments they try, but we're going to have to actually manually fight this for a chance. Okay, so instantly move things to a choke point, pick up this post over here, and we try to create anti-air turrets, in fact, so we can get rid of those Nemesis gunships and any bombing runs. Pick up this command post, pull back here, I think, with a couple units just to get on these build pads. We actually hold the natural garrisons here for a change. I believe the enemy did last time. I just want to make sure we get on top of this choke point, really, because, of course, we want to stifle their reinforcements, don't we? Oh, there we go. Lovely. Okay, so just going to pull back the tiniest bit so that anti-air weapon can start doing some magic. Look at all of the infantry they can bring in there. And the Pentastar infantry is pretty damn decent, must be said. Let's try and flank around with the PX-10s. Get inside here, get in here. In fact, they're just going to retreat. That'll, you know, that's a victory. That's a victory. We can take that. Absolutely fine. Don't lose anything from it. I'm happy with that. Get on the choke point. 3 out of a lot, really. So let's see if we can intercept this. Yeah, apparently not, but we can always go to make it ourselves, and we'll just grab this unit over here. Lovely. And I think we are absolutely going to go straight to Mirka and try our luck. Well, the question is, do we take Mirka and then, because it's not the greatest of defensive planets, do we go straight over to Mindor? The hesitation there is that that's quite the overextension. Taking Mirka would be very good for our population troubles, but once, like I said, it's not very defensive. Although taking that does, of course, make Wayland that much more, guarded. Perhaps we should take Mirka and go for Oroka over here, because that's a very nice defensive planet by the looks of things. It's a nice little gateway over to Sifkrik. We can just move Sifkrik's garrison over to Oroka. Once we've taken that, would be quite a decent idea, I think. So, what we're going to do is come over to Order and immediately build a Golan colony, the more expensive one. Why not? How are we looking for construction over here? Still building up there, not a problem. We want to get our infrastructure up so we do eventually get that sweet, sweet discount. Let's see, anything else that we could probably go to? The Ferrier Junction might be a good idea, actually. I don't think these Golans replace trade ports, but we'll find out the hard way, of course. I want to get raiding with either Zenkins or Zsinj now that we... Oh, Zsinj. Because it would be a massive shame, of course, to... it does replace a trade port. Okay, it's not worth the reduction in... are we trading here? Reduction in income. No, we are trading there. What about Tangerine? Well, we're not because we don't see any income there. So that's fine. We can build on there. We've got a minor colony there, don't we? It's still a net positive. So let's actually get building here as well. We want production. A lot of production here. 2 light factories, please. Heavy factory would be great, and I want to tax that. I'm not so worried about defences because there's not a lot here really to contest with that. Getting all this production, especially the factories, reduces ship upkeep as well, which is a very nice bonus. So I'll certainly take that. I really want to get back on the aggressive side, so maybe Ton Falconex would be a good idea. Or even Mercana, because that keeps Belderon that tiny bit safer. Having said that, though, let's start spamming out probe droids over here so that we can get some solid sight on enemy planets. So 1, 2, 3 will be good. We'll get one on Delacrix as well. Maybe we should do something else over here so we do get good sights. Let's... we don't have anything on Wayland because we've been raided. Let's go to Taris, Dathomir as well. And we'll scout out Oroka before we go over there, of course. Well, the army which tries to take Wayland has landed on Sutrek. They have come into the orbital space with 2 of their carrier capitals. The name escapes me for the minute. And a Tekda and such. We just didn't have anything really in orbit there. The standard spaceport there is not really going to do the job, unfortunately. We should really have put Zenkins over there ages ago. Not a problem. We've dealt with more with less, haven't we, previously? So, we just want to make sure we're getting on top of some build pads, I think. So the job of that will be, I think the chariot over here can do some work. Just lift. No, is that not? Oh, okay, that only takes some minor... Alright, well we'll get this drop ship then. We want to station a few units in certain areas, don't we? So let's get on top of this. Take the abandoned factory over here. Get on top of here. Come on. Lovely. Okay, so if we come all the way forwards over here. Want to, of course, make sure we defend this planetary generator so that the enemy doesn't get any bombardments or bombing runs, of course. Just stand on here for the minute so we provide scouting. Get on top of the sensor array so we can see what the enemy's doing. What have we got here? See some infantry, let's get on top of that. Not a problem. Should have captured this. Lovely. More infantry is always useful. Yeah, we'll just stifle that infantry for now. Get hold of this. Let's just tell you, we'll bring the dropship over here and the infantry here can take that. We'll group these up because I'd love to keep hold of these if possible. Lovely. Move these up a tad so that our ACAPs aren't really bothered. What do we see? We see a Nemesis gunship coming. Okay, can we get our ACAPs onto that? It would be great if we could. Apparently not. That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. There's a siege tower there. Right, we're getting some anti-vehicle speeders there. Okay, is there a build pad about over here? Spread out quite a bit, haven't we? Not the greatest of ideas. Gonna lose this infantry. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Instantly pull back. Not captured this properly, we built it up. Okay. So let's get hold of this. Yeah, those Nemesis gunships gonna be a right bother. Okay. What sort of weapons does this have? Proton missiles and such. Let's get on top of this infantry. And there is a build pad for us. Lovely. There's an anti-air turret of the enemy there. We need to pull these back immediately, I think. Yeah, that's going to be a bit. Come on, drop this down. Drop it down. And we can repair. It says. And that, please fire on that. That'd be great. Pull back before our shields are down there. Lovely. One Nemesis down. We can get rid of a second one. That would be perfect. Try and save the PX there. No. Okay, let's get rid of these ACPTs because they'll really start hurting our ACAPs. Lovely. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Are we nowhere near healing up there? Losing sight and attention. Okay, we need to be careful over there because of the anti-air turret. Look at all the destroyed enemy walkers. Can we get that on top of there with the proton weapons? Come on. Lovely. Okay. These now, we just need to bring these in really. Just need to bring them in as some minor help. Get on top of that. What you're doing, get on top of these walkers, please. Force that down. Lovely. Got some infantry. Get on the walkers with your anti-vehicle guns, please. Lovely. Come back to heal. How we're doing against these? We do have some siege towers left. Okay. These are anti-vehicle. There's AI blaster cannons. Interesting. Maybe we can rush the back command post there. take a quick breather as we emergency repair both of these while it's off of cooldown. We repair these, keep these together in one group to scout for our ACAPs, which now is to fire onto the siege towers. Forgot here, get on top of these. I'm trying to press a button, but I'm pressing the wrong one, and they are in fact retreating. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. So we can bolt that down, but I doubt it. I'll take a retreat there. Lovely. Very happy indeed with that. Mega defense, only losing a unit of raptors for all of those walkers and nemesis gunships. Always very fun to get rid of those. They're a massive, massive anti-vehicle threat. And I'd love to have got those siege towers, but unfortunately not to be the case. Hopefully we can pull in with Zenkins. Once again, not going to be the case. I think we should use him to raid Corvus Minor at least. Also through this, because they'll just retreat otherwise. And once again, yeah, we're just going to... well, I forget which one this is. This is Tector. It is. Okay, we're coming with a victory here. And with that. Oh, they've got a high velocity cannon. That's not good. Yeah, I would very happily take this if they didn't have that. I think we're going to take the sacrifice to the victory because that's already lost its engines. I've got no way of healing up Zenkins, so we're going to retreat, unfortunately. We'll lose this because we've lost our engines, but everything else will be fine. And that is a lesson in why scouting it's important. Coming all the way back to Exilia rather than neighbouring Sutric, if you say so again. If you say so. Let's finally land on Mirka then. So, Vornskers. Natural Vornskers going to be a problem. Let's get some PX-10s. Mandalorians will be useful. Canderous tank will be useful. And dropship is always good. Enemy does have at least one siege tower about. Vornsker base is going to be right here. So that's what the PX-10s are for. Hopefully they can deal with that okay. The Vornskers will rip apart infantry and very specifically Jedi as well. You can see our anti-infantry glasses will do good, at least against the Vornskers properly, so they can stay on that. And we will just group a few things up. We've seen Vornskers coming out, doesn't look like it. It's good. Yeah, the mass drive is really doing great work there. I think we come around the south. So, that's excellent. Let's get rid of the Vornskers out here. Lovely. Okay, yeah, we'll just move over to the next command post. That's a 5-point post. Do see that the enemy's trying to capture that though. Is it just infantry there so far? So we can just move on to that. Do see a TIE crawler. Does have a heavy turbo laser. So that will pretty much one-shot our PX-10s. Are we moving okay over here? We are. Okay. Best to use infantry against that, really. Yeah, we'll pull back here because that's just dealing a fair bit of damage. Not a bother. Move away with these. There we go, lovely. Push up. Get on top of the walker there. Struggling with terrain, not a bother. Lovely stuff. Pull back because that's an anti-vehicle walker. So pull back. Just a little too much time for that. Not a bother. Okay, we'll hold ground here for now. Now I want to try and pick up. Did not see the hidden build pad here, so we'll make that a repair station. And we'll just push up over here and I think garrison in this. Great. I'm going to take this one as well. Okay, we have a landing zone. So, ACAP for now. I'm just worried about... Oh, okay, we have one of those bastards. Well, looks like our mass drive is going to do some good damage against that. Just come in here for some extra power. Lovely. Make this another repair station so we've got more room to maneuver. Make this anti-vehicle, and we'll just dump everything in here so far. Lovely. And now, do we just go straight over to the enemy base? I think we probably want to. We will land a SPMAT here, so that if the siege tower turns up, we can pull back into the range of our SPMAT. Let's make sure it's got line of sight over the river. Oh, there we go, another walker. And speaking of which, okay, everyone just stop a second. Alright. Just screwing this over a little bit. There we go. Just keep these out to soak up some fire. Dealt with that. Lovely. Does this fire on Nemesis? Should do. Gonna lose the Raptors, not so worried. We can clone them in Wayland, of course. Get rid of the enemy infantry with this. Lovely. Watch its health. Okay, cool. Just get on top of that then, if you say so. Lovely. Okay, so we see two anti-vehicle turrets. So we'll just sit down there and snipe it down. Lovely. How are we looking? How are we looking? Do we have things that's our flank? No, they're just trying to fire on this once again, despite it being neutral. Where did our infantry go here? Did we have it at all? We did. It's just a few garrisons here by the looks of things. Okay, so we don't need to heal up. I think we're looking fine. Just need to snipe this down because we're losing health there. Lovely. Get on top of that. All good. Enemies dealt with the Vornskers for us. Love to see that. And we'll just push up. Lovely. We'll take these two build pads for ourselves. Got some mercenaries out here. An abandoned sensor array is ours. We see some infantry down the flank here, so let's get back to our SPMAT to deal with that. Not a bother. See an 80 DP. Get on top of that. Need to use take cover more often and more actively, and micro infantry just a tiny bit better there, don't we? Another DP there. In fact, let's pull these back. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The mercenaries and the Mandalorians just ripping apart enemy infantry. What we can do is just push these into the corner here to get rid of the enemy infantry on the flank. Can we please fire on that? I should get rid of that walker. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's nice to see the Canderous assault tanks are, you know, still pretty much just as powerful as they were in the base game. Certainly not going to complain about them.
Moving to destination. Repair station constructed.
Just rip through that infantry. We're not actually healing it because we're not in range. That's a shame. Been idling for that long and not really made anything of it. What do we see over here? Not too much. Oh, we see an anti-vehicle turret. That's not what we want to run into. Time Maulers need to die before they self-destruct on our flanks. These things always have so much health to rip through. Let's get on top of that. Should be in line of sight now, this. Yeah. On top of that. Actually, no, the enemy infantry is more important. We have an anti-air turret at the back of the base there, and that has ridiculous range. So once again, we need to pull back with this. Oh dear. Okay, let's just snipe that down then. Not a bother. Push up once again. Wow. More Raptors or Mandalorians actually would be decent. On top of that. I think we can scout this, can't we? They do actually have the planetary shield generators right at the back. Right at the back. Not a fan. Let's see if we can get rid of that light factory. Need to pull back it. As good as a Canderous is, it's not very good against infantry. Dealt with, or we haven't dealt with that anti-air turret rather. Slow that down. Did we get our infantry out? We certainly did. Pull back, let our shields generate. I'm not actually deployed with this, so just push up so we're in range of buildings and such. Slow crawl of a push, isn't it? Really shouldn't be. Really shouldn't be. Should we scout with these? Don't know why I've got to keep firing at these power generators. They don't really do anything most of the time. What do we see here? Infantry, just a little bit. Sits outside their barracks. Lovely. Getting the infantry reinforcements we need. That's pretty much a done deal. And there we go. Once again, another unit of Raptors lost. Seems to be a general price to pay, doesn't it? Not a bother. Not a bother. Our income is actually quite high. It's 11,000. See a massive fleet over Morocco. Actually, not. It's 150 pop. Do they have a hypervelocity cannon? No, they don't. We're going to try and raid that, and that might be it for today, guys. Let's just drop things on to order for now. Where did our slug boy go? There we go.
Construction complete.
Get on to make. Actually, no, we got loads of money. Got loads of money. We can pay for the basics straight off. That's okay. Lovely. And I think that's pretty much it for here. We see a recusant above Mintween. Recusant Providence, rather. That's interesting. Must be able to make those with a certain influence level, maybe. That is interesting. Well, they've captured it from the CSA, perhaps. Let's raid Morocco then, because that's not the worst of things. Just 10 Carrack cruisers is not really too horrible, is it? That's where the numbers are coming from. Double check we have our Pathfinder. We certainly do. Raid this and we'll call it a day there, I think. So it looks like we're coming actually a little tighter than I thought. Not a problem. We'll just push up with a few of our ships, turn our aggressor around. Try to come from a small distance. We certainly need to get out our point defences and such as quickly as possible here. There we go, lovely stuff. Get a few of these galleons out. Can bring in quite a lot of capital ships here, can't we? Definitely getting the slaver guy there. Now just push these lancers around a tad. Lovely. Turn this around so we get some good sight on the enemy. The idea was at least to flank around with the victories here. So push those onto the enemy's flank, behind the Star Destroyer, and that would be a lovely wolf pack as we lose our frontal hard points over here. Is not great, so we need to push up here and get in range. Destroying, are we getting on top of that interdicted Star Destroyer? Not really, but we're ripping through the Carracks at least. Okay. Get on top of this one, nearly down, there we go, get on top of there. Victories need to move in and actually do something decent. Pay for themselves. Let's get on top of the medium turbo lasers of this interdicted Star Destroyer. Now it doesn't have any shields. Heavy quad turbo lasers will be great as well. Heavy quads, heavy jewels. Just a little off there. Not a problem. That's no longer providing any firepower. Need to get rid of these Carracks, because they do have turbo lasers, or heavy turbo lasers, don't they? Yeah, 2 heavy turbo lasers, so they will do some good damage. As you can see here, I actually nearly lost that Imperial once again. Let's move up our fighters into the massive enemy blob over here. And we need to bring up our Lancers and such to help out as well, because we've forgotten about them. Too worried about our capitals. Not a lot of bombers here, so just keep them at the back. Keep this Star Destroyer at the flank as well, will be absolutely fine. And we can just push up through with our victories into the carracks. Should really group these up because double clicking is a little frustrating sometimes. Yeah, there's one down again. Seeing some IPVs actually, should probably get rid of these so that our fighters can do a good job.
Excellent shot.
Lovely. We're getting some fair salvage actually out of our hero, which is excellent.
Locking target. Intercepting.
Lovely stuff.
Almost in range.
Lovely stuff. These Tom Falks, I think we're pretty much through their reserves.
Where'd he go?
Is great. Let's focus this one, please.
For another attack.
I've got him.
There we go. Getting hit from the Golan is not ideal. It's not ideal. Tell you what, let's push up our Kildavis and this ISD. Where did our... It's all the way back here. That can start sniping.
I copy.
Ooh, it's actually quite embarrassing to keep that aggressor so far back.
Direct fire at their laser cannon.
Should not be happening. Let's get on top of these engines so that doesn't run away. Lovely stuff. Oh, look at that. How much money do you get off of these things? 25? You know, absolutely worth it. Let's full power to weapons once these two are in range. They're having a bit of trouble there. Yeah, just move them. That'll do. Lovely stuff. We can rip apart the Proton torpedo launchers on this side of the Golan. Absolutely shred through that. Now the standing garrison is out of the way. Looks like our aggressor's in range. We can see the super heavy turbo lasers coming through there. And that will be a down Golan. And we'll just focus on the number one there. Get the Kildavis up over here with the IC onto the frigate shipyard there. And we'll be lovely. There we go. That's actually quite a good stock of orbital fleet there. All of those carracks, they're not the most expensive ship, but 10 of them will certainly pile up. Interdictor Star Destroyer, that suggests actually that Thrawn's in command. It's certainly possible with the cycles we're in. No, that was still Sate Pestage. Interesting. Alright, our legitimacy's catching up though. The Galactic Empire's at 29% and we're trailing behind at 24%. Compared to the Ariada Authority behind us at 18. Where's the Pentastar at 17? Interesting indeed. They do still have Jarek and Ardus Kane though in his executor. It looks like the Ariada Authority... Delvardus doesn't have his executor just yet. That's interesting. It's very interesting indeed. But not a bother at the moment. Because that will be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. We've done a fair bit today. Taken Abroa Sky, Mirka, and we have taken Dzevro back, actually. I believe we had Dzevro to begin with at the start of the campaign. So that's absolutely brilliant to take that back. That will provide us with some excellent income. And we've pushed our population up by another 300 or 400 as well. So we could start actually making good use out of Zsinj's executor and Zenkin's as well. In fact, what might be an idea is to... Actually, should have thought about this earlier, to take this fleet and just get Zenkin's in charge of that, really. It's a lot of pop cap, but, you know, it's a lot of options as well. And, you know, we'll have that group over here as well as second fleet in this pocket of the galaxy. And then, of course, we'll have our Mandalorian units over here as well as Zsinj's executor to deal with this area of the galaxy. I think that'd be pretty damn decent. Drop a few Imperials on Sutric and Abroa Sky perhaps to defend there. But otherwise, I think that's probably the... way going forward. As long as I remember for next week, of course. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching once again. It's been very fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please do let me know in the comments section. It was very fun reading those. But I'll see you in the future. May all of your nights and days be auspicious. Goodbye.